Okay. Hi, everybody. This is episode... Oh, wow. I have no idea what episode this is. I'll find it when I go back through the videos and when I label it. This is the episode after the last episode of what won't exist in a resource-based economy. This topic is Sky's topic. She put religion, laws, greed, competition, suffering. So much would just die. It's such a great and obvious solution. The bankers won't be able to keep their system going. They couldn't have that now. They wouldn't be able to control the whole world and give out their fancy loans and such. Okay. Well, there's a lot to that one. So I'll try to take it take it one at a time. Well, religion, yeah, that's everyone would be free to believe whatever they want to believe. There would be no forcing anyone not to follow religion or what. There would be all kinds of facilities for them to worship if they felt like that was what they wanted to do. At bare minimum, we would hope that with the changes that occur and more relevant education, that, again, at minimum, some of the negative connotations involved with revolving around religion would go away. There's a lot of murders and violence and things that are committed in the name of the God of that particular religion. So hopefully a lot of that will go away with education. Religions, organized religions, also are businesses. They revolve a lot around money and obtaining money for the organization. So without that in itself would probably have a huge effect on some of the organized religions. Yeah. So I'm just going to leave it at that. I'm going to leave it at that. And, again, a common misconception is that people are going to be forced to not worship God or their God or one of the thousands of gods that there are. That is not the case. But again, hopefully with education, without all these restrictions, it would do away with a lot of the misinformation passed out and the different violent tendencies involved with a lot of those organizations. Okay, laws. Laws. Yeah. A lot of laws come from not having things set up properly. There's laws against stealing. There's laws against speeding or this or that. With everyone having access to the needs that they have, there would be no reason to steal when you can have access to what you want. There no one's going to be robbing someone for food or for furniture or TV or whatever, when you can just go to a distribution center and get what you need. The cities are going to be designed more efficiently. Everything's going to be designed efficiently so that accidents don't happen, there's, you don't need to have a law saying don't steal, and things like that. So, there would be a huge effect on that. Greed. Yes. In the system that we're in, it's a very competitive system. It's not a cooperative system. The way that it's designed is that if you get ahead, it's also so much advertising and marketing and instilling these values of having these certain things to make you better than this person or that person or whatever. So, again, without a monetary system in place, there wouldn't even be advertising and marketing. There would be alerts and things of new technologies that came out and new things that were available to people, etc. But they would be available to all persons. And with a cooperative system in place and a change in the values that are instilled into everyone, that would eliminate a lot of greed, and more so over time as the values change and everything progresses that way. Then her next comment was competition. So again, this is a very competitive system. You're designed from birth to compete against other people instead of work cooperatively. One kid's thing is hung up with a gold star and against everybody, and star soccer players or this or that or that. It's just very competitive versus cooperative. So that would get rid of a lot of greed and competition. Suffering, yes, it would really, really help with suffering. So much suffering is occurring. It's horrible. There is so much poverty and so much starvation and homelessness and death from not having access to proper medical care and these things, food and starvation and thirst and just dying from thirst. I can't even wrap my brain around this stuff. That so much of that would be eliminated. There's a big block to ending this suffering, and it's the monetary system. As much as people don't want to look at it, there's a million examples of it. We look at how their estimates in the United States of homelessness is somewhere between 1.3 million and 3.5 million. It's hard to get an exact number of homeless because they're not in one place. So, let's take the higher number. Let's even up it. Let's say there's 5 million. There's 16.8 million vacant houses, and more getting foreclosed on by the banks every day. So it's not that we don't have enough houses, it's that we don't have the money to give the homeless people houses. There's food rotting on the shelves, being thrown in dumpsters, locked up with a lock, so people can't even pick the dumpsters to feed themselves. There are droughts where they are located by huge bodies of water, and we could take the salt out and irrigate everything and get rid of the drought issue, but those plants are expensive. It's not that we can't do it, it's just expensive. Big hospitals, medical care, all kinds of things all over the world people can't afford. Where they go? People can't afford the medical care, especially in the United States. But anyway, but yeah, so again, you see the common theme here is not that we do not have the technology or do not have the resources, it's that we don't have the money. So yeah, so much. So much would just die, like she said, and it is a great and very obvious solution, but it does require people to learn about it to know that it is a solution. As far as the second part about bankers being able to keep the system going, I mean, you know, yeah. Yes, there would not be, you know, bankers and all these different things and loans and interest rates and debt clocks and bullshit. Yeah, so we wouldn't have that either. So, all right. So thanks, Sky. That was a great topic. And our next topic is from Freddie. And it's politicians and corporations lying to our face about decency and ethics while pushing profit and greed in their back rooms. So that'll be our next topic. So thank you, Sky and Freddie. And thanks everybody for listening. Bye.